My name is Marni, and it's my job to give you the no BS honest truth about what women want versus what they say they want. I put up new videos every Monday with amazing insider information, so please make sure to subscribe. In about 1 minute, I'm going to tell you how a hamster can teach you everything you need to know about how to get a woman's attention and actually make her chase you. So keep watching. I was at my friend's house the other day when her daughter Sally dragged me down the hallway into her bedroom saying, "Auntie Marni, come and see what Pepe can do." The room was littered with about a half a dozen hamster cages, each with a single occupant. "Pepe, come out and say hi to Auntie Marni," Sally said as she opened the cage door. The little hamster sat there looking at both of us very suspiciously, but then he crept closer to the door and Sally's outstretched hands on the other side, and before climbing up and out, resting in her 7-year-old palms. "See, Auntie Marni, he did it. He's my favorite now out of all of them." Yet, when I was at Sally's place a few weeks before, Pepe was her least favorite hamster. She'd gotten them all as a birthday present, and the other 5 were all way more affectionate with her right away, but not Pepe. He never willingly came to Sally, which frustrated her, and she didn't feel the same bond with him as the other hamsters. Yet, after 3 months of failed attempts to coax him out, one day, he finally relented, and Sally was over the moon. That one action cemented him as her favorite out of all of them, something that's unlikely to change. And when I saw this, I couldn't help think that's just like dating, and that you can learn a lot about women from a tiny little hamster. You see, the reason Sally now feels more strongly towards Pepe than the other hamsters is because he didn't give her his approval and affection right from the start. She had to put in time and effort to win that from him. But once she got it, it was so much more rewarding than the other hamsters who gave it to her for nothing. And as women, we feel the same way about the men we meet. When a woman gives us everything right away, there's no challenge. We know that we haven't done anything to earn his affection, so it feels cheap and shallow. And honestly, it makes us feel like he's kind of desperate and has no other options. It's kind of like if you go in for a job interview and as soon as you walk into the place, the interviewer says, "You're hired." No questions, no conversation, no wanting to find out anything about you or even if you're qualified. If that happened, it'd set off some pretty big alarms, wouldn't it? You'd probably think, this is a pretty crappy company. Well, they have no criteria for their employees. Well, that's how we feel when a man is 100% sold on us as soon as he sees us. He stinks of desperation, and we never fully trust his motives. Instead, you want to be more like Pepe. I'm not saying take 3 months to warm up to a woman, but don't be so eager to give us all of your approval right out of the gate. Give us the chance to win you over a little bit with our personality or something else so that it means more when we finally get you. Remember, people don't value something if they get it for nothing. However, you can't show zero interest in us either, because if it feels like there's no chance of us being into you, then we won't waste our time even thinking about you. Rather, think of it as a balancing act between showing your interest and being a challenge. At its core, this is what good flirting is. It builds excitement and tension by hinting that something may happen, but also suggesting that it won't. The problem is most guys don't get this balancing act, right? And their attempts at flirting often do more harm than good. That's why I created the definitive guide to flirting called the F formula. It shows you a foolproof system for flirting that works for any man, regardless of past experience or skill level. And it is the simplest way to transform your conversations with women literally overnight and start creating the kind of intense sexual attraction that makes us obsess over you. You can't afford not to have this skill. And guys who understand this about women are incredibly rare, which is why the few who do get way more sexual options than they can handle. If you'd like my complete arsenal of flirting techniques, tactics, and mindsets, I've put together a free 10-minute video for you where I reveal my blueprint for effortless flirting, attraction, and escalation. It leaves no stone unturned in how to flirt in a way that makes women want to date and sleep with you and will turn you into a flirting god without having to learn anything complicated or unethical. Go take a look at this free 10-minute video by clicking the link below in the description box or going to winggirlmethod.com/effortless. Not only will you discover what women secretly want, the kind of things only a fellow woman could ever know, you'll also see exactly how to communicate with us in a way that builds the kind of sexual tension we fantasize about every day. To watch this free 10-minute video on how to quickly and easily ignite feelings of emotional connection in any woman you speak to, simply click the link below for all the details or go to winggirlmethod.com/effortless. I'll see you next week, and you'll be just like Pepe.